Good morning, everyone. This is Ruth Mission Abuan, your senior vlogger. I tackle all possible issues of today, even that of yesterday and tomorrow, as long as it is worth knowing and sharing. If you did not subscribe to this channel yet, please do subscribe now and click the bell button to keep updated of new videos in case I cannot send the link promptly. Like and leave a comment or message if possible, as I gladly acknowledge and welcome all sort of interest. If you think my videos are worth sharing, please do share. I condemn mothers who allowed or even encouraged their children to join in any form of revolution. Whatever your personal advocacy is, please protect your children, spare them from any kind of harm and danger. Being an activist is not at all a problem, though I do not support activism, obviously. My only concern is, of course, the time you spent in the streets or rally could not compensate the time you should spend for your family, specifically on your children. The time you allot on rallies could have been a productive time to earn a living for your family, for the future of your children, not unless you are paid on that rally, so at least you can buy food for your family's need. There is no greater advocacy than to raise a happy and healthy children. Actually, there are more young activists than of older generation. It's been clear for a while now. In activism, young people are paving the path ahead. In order to remain current, young activists, mostly students, had a greater chance of recruitment and indoctrination that lead them to believe a certain ideal and belief. As per testimonies, individuals who had been into unfair treatment by family, by the society, or by any branch of government likely have the tendency to be recruited. Increasingly, recruiters are taking chances of these misfortunes. There are also groups, according to a sociologist, their expertise is to recruit professionals offered a hefty amount of money. Others are purely ideology. It's not always smooth sailing. Though, despite their centrality in social change, or whatever your children is fighting for, young people would try to enact progress through activism efforts, where they meet hostility and sometimes outright ridicule. Parents should watch your children closely, not necessarily interfere. Parents had a great role in shaping young adults so that their advocacy will not turn into terrorism. Parents should instill into their children to speak out with tolerance and discipline. In the Philippines, activism is a great venue to recruiting young and old to level up a belief they are fighting for. That resulted them to uprise and join the armed insurgent group when these individuals are desperate for their problem to be addressed. When considering activism, certain pros and cons can be realized. Pros or advantage include being able to physically connect with people who have similar goals and values, causing someone to follow a certain lifestyle. Cons of activism or disadvantage include the risk of being physically assaulted or victimized. In most cases, activists, being vulnerable to recruitment in any means by the terrorists, join a terrorist group because they are duped, trafficked, kidnapped, or forcibly recruited. Others are deceived of the cause they are fighting for. One testimony can create pain in our heart. As one terrorist confessed, an underwear bomber, he said that he has no friend, no one to talk to, no one to consult, no one supported him. Depression and loneliness lead him to join a group where there is an acceptance to his being and personality, and that the group fulfilled his specific needs. Mostly, these people are revenge seeker, looking for an outlet for their frustrations, status seekers, looking for recognition, identity seekers, looking for a group they can belong to. Some are thrill seekers, looking for merely adventure. Today, parents are faced with the challenge of explaining violence, terrorism, and war to children. Although difficult and controversial, these conversations are extremely important. This is a great opportunity for parents to help their children feel more secure and understand the world in which they live. Parents should not force their children to talk on things they are not ready to talk about. But parents should always assure their children that they are there to support and listen when they are ready to open up. Children tend to worry on their friends experiencing certain situation. Help them cope with that worry and fear. Help them to find ways to express themselves, as some children cannot talk about their thoughts, feelings, or fears. Let them write stories, compose a poem, even a song or draw. Parents should use words and concepts that children can understand. Always give children honest answers and information. Be prepared to repeat your explanations. Our children repeatedly ask questions for reassurance. Parents should acknowledge and support their children's thoughts, feelings, and reactions before they will look for other people's support. Parents should be consistent and reassuring. Avoid making unrealistic promises. Avoid stereotyping groups of people by race, nationality, or religion. There are times when we have the tendency to. On realization, always clarify yourself for doing so and apologize. This is your opportunity to teach tolerance and explain prejudice. Bear in mind that children learn from watching their parents or teachers. They are interested on how you respond to events. They learn from listening while watching the conversations of adults. Let children know how you are feeling. It's okay to know if you are anxious or worried about events. However, don't burden them with your concerns. Do not let children watch lots of violent or upsetting images. Repetitive frightening images or scenes can be disturbing, especially to young children. Help children establish a predictable routine and schedule. Children are reassured by structure and familiarity. School and family events are added importance during stressful times. Coordinate information between home and school. Parents should know about activities and discussions at school. Inform the teachers about your children's fears or concern. Children who have experienced trauma or losses may show more intense reactions to tragedies. These children may need extra support and attention. Watch for physical symptoms related to stress. Many children show anxiety and stress through complaints of physical aches and pains. Watch for possible preoccupation with violent movies or war-themed video. Even computer games or mobile legends they are hooked to. Children who seem preoccupied or very stressed about war, fighting, or terrorism should be evaluated by a qualified professional. Other signs that a child may need professional help may include ongoing trouble sleeping and persistent upsetting thoughts on fearful images or scenes. Help children communicate with others and at home. War and terrorism are not easy to anybody to comprehend or accept. Many young children feel confused, upset, and anxious. Parents, teachers, or caring adult should listen and respond in honest, consistent, and supportive manner. Like most adults, children are resilient and can get through difficult times and can go on with their lives. Create an open environment where they feel free to ask questions. Parents can help them cope and reduce the possibility of emotional difficulties. May I end this vlog with a prayer of hope in my heart that we as parents will create a world for the next generation free of violence and terrorism. A wonderful place free from harm and danger for our children and their children's children. Terrorism should stop now. Any action towards terrorism or tendencies should be curtailed. Address every problem in the right forum and peaceful solution. After all, we cannot change an imperfect world. Stay safe, everyone. God bless. Until my next video.